Hey there, everybody, it's me, Unit Z, and today I'm going to be ranking some One Piece characters. Now, this is the start of a new series. I'm not going to be doing all 450 characters right now, plus some extras that I gotta add in myself. But I can do some. So, right now, we'll be doing just a few arcs. I'll basically be timing out how long this video is going to go for, and then work from there. So, first up is Luffy. Now, Luffy, I would say at the beginning of East Blue, it doesn't feel from East Blue to Arlong, it doesn't feel like he got any stronger. So I would just put him probably around the average Paradise Pirate. So once you first enter the Grand Line, because it doesn't feel like he really changed anything. Same with Zoro. Zoro, I would say, got the only thing that really happened to him was he got nerfed twice, I would argue. So, and I would put him in the same tier. Nami's a little bit of a loose cannon in a general sense, mostly because she didn't actually she didn't show up in Romance Dawn except in the anime where she was shown instead of Luffy as like the first character we saw on screen to have relevance. She was able to hit Marines, however, those Marines were off guard, and she's clearly adept, but I would say compared to she's just comparable to an average Marine. Elvida, believe it or not, was actually a captain, so it's really hard to say. Uh, she definitely isn't exactly weak, but well, she is pretty weak. I'd say her and Nami are pretty relative. Axeham Morgan, he technically was a captain, but that feels more like cheating considering Smoker was also a captain, and like comparing Smoker to Axeham Morgan, you can look at their performance against Luffy, right? So just seeing that, it kind of, I'd honestly argue he's probably weaker than Elvida. So I'm gonna put him right there. Helmeppo is fodder. So is Kobe. Uh, he's I forget these two names, but yeah, they're both in fodder. Buggy is stronger than Nami and Elvida, but not much else. So these are the people from Orange Town and Romance Dawn, and I did that in about 5 minutes. All right. So I guess we're moving on to Syrup Village, which is Usopp. Usopp actually has very good durability in this. He's always appeared to be not a tank, but just be able to like get hit by something and then flop around for a couple minutes after. So I'd actually say he's probably stronger than Nami. Also, he has a better ranged attack with his slingshot, so he might. It's weird to think that Usopp will beat Nami right now because things always kind of get a little freaky. Actually, I forgot one little thing. I'm just gonna be taking Roger and throwing him in a tier all the way up here because King of the Pirates, King tier, yada yada yada. No introduction. We'll talk about that later when we finally get there in the Wano arc. So yeah. Next is Django, along who is pretty strong. His hypnotizing gimmick is pretty good. I'd say he beat Usopp, and Usopp probably beats Nami, so there we go. Captain Kuro. Captain Kuro is probably the strongest villain they fought. So I'd say right about things around. Just gonna preface this real quick because I forgot to mention it at the beginning. This captain tier, this isn't a captain for the East Blue or whatever. This is a captain for the Grand Line, which is why I have Paradise Pirate people up here, simply because, they need to catch the Paradise Pirates. So, granted, they don't always succeed, but you get what I mean. Alright. So, next we will have to have Elvida. I know I'm skipping, but I don't think she really changes too much. She probably has a better chance, but still weaker than Buggy, who didn't seem to get any stronger. So I'm just throwing her in right now because it doesn't really matter. Alright, next is the Windmill Man himself. Alright, he's also another father tier. Don't really understand, he has really no combat feats except for getting bullied, but hey, he tried his best, right? Next we have the Fishman of the Fishman Pirates. Now, I think even injured Zoro is stronger than all of these guys, so as he was able to impress Arlong, but I honestly think, yeah, they're probably beating Buggy, but I don't see... I could maybe... Yeah, there we go. Hachi probably beats him as well. I think they just get walled by Dong Krieg if they're on land. His defense is really well, and I'm sorry, I think Luffy hits harder than any of the Fishman here, evident by the fact that Luffy beat the captain. Speaking of which, I think Arlong is probably the second. He's definitely stronger than Sanji and Zoro, but he lost to Luffy, so, and Luffy really only had the struggle. I think it's because he added the devil fruit involved, which wasn't the best because, almost drowning yourself via accident, isn't the best way to start off a fight. So, yeah. Next, we have Smoker, who appears... Now we're into Log Town, and Smoker is obviously captain level. Then we have Tashigi, who is weaker than Zoro, but Zoro healed, so that means Zoro now gets bumped up to, I would argue, past Sanji, and then later on with his feats in Whiskey Peak, I'd say he's even stronger than Arlong. So, then it's not a gap. These are all pretty relative, except for Luffy. It's hard to say whether you'd bump him up or not. I think maybe we should, but I'll leave that up to the comments or just personal preference, considering I don't get any views on this video anyway. So, then, while Smoker is bullying Luffy, we get introduced to Dragon, who, doesn't have any feats, but I'd say he's probably around the commander level, maybe admiral, I'm guessing. But that's just headcanon, so please don't be... This list involves a lot. I can't headcanon so far. We'll definitely smoothen it out later, and considering how long it's going to take me to make these videos, Wano will probably be done by the time I finish. So Whiskey Peak, or not Whiskey Peak. Yeah, I think Laboon from Reverse Mountain is definitely stronger than Smoker. Crocus, I don't know if this is a weird opinion, but I think Crocus is really strong. Just because, we find out he's a member of Roger's crew, and he's just... so he probably has at least some semblance of Haki. I know. Haki's not everything, and he probably doesn't have it, but it's safe to assume that since he is a member of Roger... This is all of Romance Dawn, so I have to say, not the most in-depth video. If you want me to go into an in-depth analysis on any of the characters here, feel free to tell me in the comments. And while you're down in the comments, you could subscribe and like. But yeah, these are all the characters. Definitely, I've definitely ranked every single one, and I haven't missed anyone. And I am so confident in that I want you to go down there and tell me that I didn't miss a single person of importance. Keyword being importance. And also, goodbye, everyone. Hope you have a great day and subscribe.